Now, there is something new that we are bringing to you today, and that is a segment we call Off the Track, something that is a little off the usual. The unusual sporty happenings from around the world. Now, whether you are a player or a spectator, gaming rituals are an important aspect, an important part of sports. For some, it could mean putting on their team's jersey and screaming till their lungs hurt and probably using it without getting it washed. But for others, it could be wearing mismatched socks. But for most Japanese people, there is a standard post-game ritual. After cheering and chanting at a stadium, they like to clean. This ritual gained popularity in 2018 and 2022, where after heated World Cup matches, Japanese spectators meticulously cleaned up their rows in the stadium. They did that at the Football World Cup in Qatar last year. And now Japan has taken this moral duty to the next level. This week, Japan held its first garbage-picking World Cup. Yes, you heard me right. Called the Spogomi World Cup. No, I'm not trash talking here. It's named after a combination of sport and gomi, the Japanese word for trash. 21 countries participated. What exactly did they do at this World Cup and who won? I know it sounds bizarre, but before you trash the idea, take a look.
Now that's one way to get your city all cleaned up. Invite a bunch of people from across the world, get them to hunt for trash on your streets, and award them with a medal once they're done. If you're thinking along those lines, think again, because it seems Japan is ahead of the game. We'll tell you why. Usually, sports involves balls, baskets, or ropes and poles. The list seems endless. But have you witnessed a sport that requires large rubbish bags, protective gloves, and metal tongs? That's exactly what the world saw at the Spogomi World Cup. Spo in Spogomi stands for sports, and gomi simply means trash in Japanese. Yes, this is a litter-picking World Cup, the first of its kind. It was held in the Japanese capital of Tokyo this Wednesday, where 21 teams from across the world competed to spread a clear message that one must keep the environment clean and give back to the planet.
The purpose of this event is to actually provide opportunities for people who become aware of the issue and want to take some actions.
It's something that's very close to our heart, and especially living in Australia, it is such a beautiful place. And we also understand that everything we have, everything, our clothes, our buildings, comes from Mother Earth. And so we really have to protect her. And so it's a great opportunity to come to Japan to learn about the culture, but also in a wider spectrum. It's really important for us to all take responsibility to look after our planet.
So the teams embarked on a grueling hunt around the bustling streets with one simple goal: to look for as much trash as possible. Each team was allocated an area of 5 square kilometers and given 90 minutes. But it didn't end with collecting trash. The teams also had to sort it into different categories to be recycled.
Sometimes it was really hard because there wasn't really that much trash, but that's when we had to look a little bit deeper, like in the bushes, or just really focus on the cigarette butts on the floor.
Points were rewarded based on the volume and type of rubbish collected, and small items like cigarette butts scored highly. Referees played an important role here. They had to closely monitor the teams to make sure no one raids garbage bins or takes trash from private property. And honestly, it looked quite fun, at least to the OCD freaks out there. After ace declutterer Marie Kondo, they have a new inspiration. The North will rise again. Wacky games call for wacky names, and that's the name of the team that came out on top. They collected nearly 60 kgs of trash and bagged the gold. As they say, one person's trash is another's treasure.
We've taken so much away about how much we need to clean up our oceans and reduce litter. So for us, it's been a really good experience.
All the teams collected about 550 kgs of waste in total. That's quite a load of crap, but in a good way. The next World Cup is scheduled to be held in 2025, and Japan hopes that by 2030, the World Cup would include 50 countries. As oddly fascinating as this is, you don't have to compete in an international competition to clean up. Take inspiration and do your part to keep the environment clean. After all, it's garbage can and not garbage can't.